It never ceases to amaze me, but I am starting to understand why people got rid of cows, because these things are constantly broken. I don't have the money to buy a new one. Are you kidding me? Come check out the carnage on this piece of shit. So I actually have replaced some of the flighting, and since that broke, ripped up the floor, shot it over, broke the piece, or broke my welds off the piece, bent the shit out of it, so I'm going to have to heat that up, bend that back, change out the shark fins, and then I've got a piece of reverse flighting for the end cap there, but nothing can be simple. Nothing can be simple, can it? So, and I need to finally put the new teeth on the top, or the new sickle section, so we're going to try and get that done today. Time for a little bit of the liquid wrench. You know, the AC hasn't ran yet in the shop today, so it's 72 degrees in here, but sitting in a little steel container using a torch and welding and grinding, it's a lot hotter than this little tin can. So this is what we got done so far. We massaged that piece back, and I realized it's just a little too long for where the door is at, and there's actually supposed to be a solid piece that goes across there, so it kind of flicks it out the door. And same thing over with the other one there. So I cut that down from what you buy the pieces are for the length that they are. We're gonna leave the shark fins for now. That's for another day. I'm gonna run it for tomorrow and see how it works, and then we gotta work on the floor, repatch the floor, and then maybe we'll do the shark fins and then put those pieces there. But I just went out of this little tin can, so I'm gonna get out and go do something else for a while, and we'll use this tomorrow and see what else happens. So I got out of the little tin can, and we're doing something else now. Little goober monster there is running around chasing kitties. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, girl's hot. We got a little pig bologna on, and whew. So I thought I'd give a little background to that whole feeder wagon thing. So kind of funny, you know, when I first started with cattle, my grandpa had 26 cows of home raised, all that stuff, because we never got into the whole feeding cattle and having a lot of cows. My dad was bigger in the pigs. My grandpa was more in the cows. So I took a liking to the cattle side of things a little bit better. We've grown that since, but my grandpa used to feed cattle with a loader bucket and with a pitchfork. And until about 2009, that's the way he did it. And I went to college, and before I went to college, where we used to feed our fat cattle was just a bunk, or a metal bunk. It used to be a wood bunk with a little building next to it where he would put the cracked corn and some pellets that he did as a whole ration, and he had so many buckets he'd put in, and it would blow people's mind, but put a fresh bale of alfalfa and never left it empty, because that's where you got bloating from. So kind of funny how we evolved from that to this feeder wagon. But I bought that feeder wagon in 2014, 15. It's a couple years out of college. And never thought I'd wear that thing out. Bought it from Pfeiffer Equipment in Sioux Falls, and a guy had it, and he had like 50 cows or something like that, and traded every couple years. Bought that thing, and I told myself, I'm never gonna have to ever do anything. Got this nice new coon, orange body one, so it's like, man, this thing is new. Paid $30-some thousand for it, and took a loan out at the local bank. And being 20-some years old, I thought, I'm going to get this thing paid for, and I'm going to be set for a long time. So now we're up, I think we're at 120 head of cows, and we're going to get rid of a bunch here now, just for what we're doing with our business. Don't have time to do it, but we're going to keep feeding cattle. And just kind of funny how, so the young guys out there, don't ever think that you're never going to wear anything out, because you will. and you're gonna have to stick a little bit of money back into it, and it'll be okay. It's easier when you can do the stuff yourself. When you got to pay somebody and it's 10 grand here and 10 grand there, it sucks. So, but yeah, thought I'd give a little background story to that whole mixer wagon type deal, and of course, here we'll end with this. If anybody wants any kitties in Southeast South Dakota, these are prime bred, you know, all natural, and Colt will certify them himself, right, dude?
Right.
Okay.
And he's just upside down now.
Say, see ya, dudes.